Next weekend might be even better because we have maybe our first real cold front next weekend. But for this weekend, we'll say not bad at all. A little less humid. Here's your forecast for Fried Chicken Fest on Saturday. Our temperatures probably topping out close to 90, but overall not that bad a feel because it will both be breezy and not excessively humid. And Sunday, same thing, just about starting off near 80 in the morning. Once you get out there, warming up to about 90, and then for the evening, back in the 80s. So hot, sunny, breezy weekend, but that humidity not too high. We have a warm and fairly dry forecast through the next week. We could use some rain, but we don't have a lot of rain at all in the forecast. Maybe until Thursday night and Friday because we have our next front moving in. And this one is one that I'm already a little bit excited about, and I'll show you what to expect in just a minute. We're still about a week out, but it's looking pretty good from a lot of models coming into consensus with that front for next weekend. This weekend, though, we have blue skies, temperatures in the 80s, upper 80s or middle 80s, depending on where you are. We have had a few showers and storms along our coast where we have a stationary front, and we've had a bit of a breeze bringing some movement to the air. Hour by hour this evening, we'll be dropping through the 80s, and our lows tonight are expected in the 70s for the most part. If you're north of the lake, though, some upper 60s, and that slightly drier air will be here for the weekend. Temperatures around 90 expected for tomorrow on your Saturday, but again, a little less humid, and those east winds up to about 15 to 18 miles per hour. Sunday looks similar, and then through the week, we're under the influence of high pressure, surface high pressure, especially out to our northeast. But look at this, I'm moving into our forecast for Wednesday. You can see a front out there. We'll fast forward to Thursday night, and then this is Friday around lunchtime. Here's the front arriving with some rain. So this would be needed rain that we get on Friday. Doesn't look like a whole lot, maybe a ½ inch to an inch, but we'll keep you updated if any more. But it looks like that'll be moving in for Friday, leaving us with pleasant fall-ish weather for next weekend. So we're talking about cooler weather, lower humidity, a bit of a breeze, and especially by Sunday, some of that cooler air may have worked in. Models are showing 50s maybe north of the lake or 60s south for the morning, and the afternoon potentially middle 70s. This could change a lot as far as the actual temperatures go, the exact temperatures for lows and highs. But it is about time. Our first fall cold front that brings highs in the 70s typically does happen. The average is September 18th, so we're in that range, even a little late by next weekend. And the past several years, it has come in late September or early October. Some people have been asking me about the fall foliage and what drought will do to our fall foliage this year. You can see that spreading north to south through the fall. This was our timeline going through October and then into late November. And what it looks like the fall forecast for the foliage is, well, the drought could delay the color. So it might be second half of November or maybe even early December that we see leaves start to change. Of course, our foliage never changes quite as much as, say, the Northeast and New England, but it does look like perhaps if the trees are stressed, which they have been with this drought, the color may not be as bright, but it also depends on the short-term forecast. As we get into that part of November, a sunny and chilly snap would help the sugar build up, and that is what produces the bright color. So we'll keep you updated, but just wanted to touch on that quickly. In the tropics, we have two tropical storms, Philippe and Rina, and interestingly, they are very close to each other. Philippe's going to slow down, let Rina get around this high pressure and then weaken, and then Philippe will follow in its wake. So the two storms, neither looks to affect land. So staying out there in the Atlantic and no threats for us, and we are almost now into October. So I think we'll take that. Unfortunately, not much of a rain chance, but at least we have that breeze this weekend, that lower humidity next week. And again, we'll keep you updated on that big cold front for next weekend.